Hey guys, it's Amy at Zoe Beck, and I'm gonna yeah, there goes Cooper. Anyway, I'm gonna do my try a chapter tag for February. I'm trying to do these once every month to try to get through some of my TBR books in different genres. I'm trying to pick a different genre every month. So of course, February I was gonna do romance, and I decided to do the few last of the contemporaries that I own. So I have one that's been on my shelf for 9 years, and then one of them that's been on my shelf since, I think that'd be, I can't think. Well, I'll just say there's a lot more years in between that, and then one that's just 2 years, a year old, I think, a little over a year when it came out. So anyway. They're all different kinds, but they're all definitely contemporary. I did have a romantic suspense that I was going to put in here, but it was actually an author I have read before, so now I feel like that was a cheat. So I've reduced mine down to 3. And so we're just going to go with that. So the oldest contemporary book I still own that I have not read and want to give a chance to is The Best Kind of Trouble by Lauren Dane. So this one I've had on my shelf since 2014 when it came out. I knew about her from online in that time period, and I knew she had some I might have read some short fiction from her on when I first got my ebook or my Kindle and stuff. So I don't know. But I picked up this whole series. I have all 3 books in this series. It's the Early Boys series. This follows a librarian in Hood River, Oregon. I believe it's in Oregon. I mean, Hood River, that's, anyway, right. And she was really wild when she was younger, and then she's kind of calmed down, and become a librarian and everything. And then one of the guys that she hung out with when she was a wild time and had a 2-week fling with, named Patty, he is in the rock and roll. He's a rock and roll lifestyle, so I don't know what he does yet, but he wants to try to get back with her because he's, I guess, been thinking about her even after all these years. And so it's kind of that line between, does she want to misbehave or does she want to behave? And but she's definitely attracted to him and stuff, so I don't know. It seems like very but I've had that on my shelf for 9 years. That came out in 2014. I also have A Princess in Theory by Alyssa Cole. Is the first book in the Reluctant Royals series. This is one I have tried before. I don't know if I did try a chapter on it or I just picked it up one day. I wanted to give this a second chance, but I really don't know if this is ever going to work for me because it has a trope in it that I really don't like ever, and that's a lying trope. This has to do with the graduate student who is super busy with her life, and she keeps getting emails saying that she's betrothed to an African prince, and it's actually, and so because she is an orphan, she goes, of course she thinking logically that it's a scam, so she keeps deleting them. And well, it turns out somehow with her past, she is betrothed to this guy, and this prince, and he comes to meet her and find out about her, but he doesn't tell her who he is. So I know there'll be the blow up moment where she finds out who he is, and I don't know if I want to read that anyway. But I've heard really good things about this series and about this book itself. It's just, so I figure I would try it again. I think I might have tried it before, but I kept it. I just didn't try it. And then the third one I'm going to try is The Love Hypothesis by Ali Hazelwood. Yes, I broke last year at some point. It dropped in price so low that I was just like, I have to try this, and I did. So this one is about Olive, who is a PhD candidate, and she wants her friend to not feel guilty when she starts liking the guy that Olive had dated previously but didn't care anything about anymore. And so she kind of starts fake dating one of the professors there that's not her professor. That's about all I know. And everybody's talking about it. So I want to see if I like this kind of contemporary with all the STEM stuff, but I don't know. We'll see. So we're going to do this. I don't know. This might be I'm going to get rid of everything at the end. or I might find something that I do want to try that's contemporary, which is very unlike me. So we are going to give this a try. So I haven't checked to see how, I'm going to at least read a chapter of each. I'll let you know how much, but we'll see. We'll see. Did I say A Princess in Theory came, 2014 was the Best Kind of Trouble, 2018 was A Princess in Theory, and then 2021 is The Love Hypothesis. So, okay, we'll go try and I'll come back. Wait, look at that kitty. Look at the Truman. Yeah. 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 You're so cute. So cute. Who's a pretty Cooper? Sorry it's getting darker out, but this is after work and I'm just trying to get this done. Okay, so the first one I picked up was the oldest one. The one that's been on my shelf the longest is The Best Kind of Trouble by Lauren Dane. So I actually enjoyed this. This starts out really quickly, again, reacquainting the two. Again, she is a librarian, Natalie is, and she has given up her wild ways, and he sees her and he's like, I remember you. And he's like a rock star. He and his brothers were in a band. I don't know if the band was called the Hurley Boys, but that's, anyway, but the point is they were in a band. So he's still a rock star, but they live in Hood River, Oregon. And when he's not on tour, that's where he and his brothers, I don't know if they're from there, but they all live there. So I guess the other books probably follow the other brothers, but I've only met one of them so far. I mean, met one of the other brothers. So anyway, so far it's cute. Definitely contemporary, very small town. They run in the coffee shop, and they, she's trying to play it off that she doesn't know him because it's been like 10-15 years. So, but they did spend 2 weeks together, when they were young. She was going off to college and he was going off to do his record deal. So it was kind of, but it was, this was a long time ago, but he really wants to get to know her, or at least try to see if there's still a connection there. So, I like this overall, as I said, so it's definitely not one I'm going to get rid of. I just have to be in the right mood for it. I'm not sure if this is the one I'm going to pick up soon, but I actually really enjoyed that. I read 23 pages for 2 chapters. And it did, in multi-perspective, we go back and forth between the two within the chapter. So they're shorter sections within those chapters. So it was easy reading. Okay, so the next one I'm going to try again, because again, I think I've picked this up once before, was Princess in Theory. So I think this one's also, I can't remember if it was just under 20 or just over 20. I think, well, this one's, looks like might be up to 25 pages for 2 chapters. So we will try this now, and we'll see how I feel this time around. Yes, you're a good boy. Can't see him. Anyway. Okay, this isn't going to work this way. They're in my way. The kitties are here. Sorry. And attacking my selfie stick. Anyway, so I tried A Princess in Theory, and I think I am going to get rid of this. It's just not for me. I don't think it's the writing style per se. As again, it's too contemporary, and it's also, so I'm worried about The Love Hypothesis for the same reason. They're young. This is college kids, and this might be, it's just the things they talk about. I'm just beyond it. Okay, let's just be honest. College was many years ago. The other cat just jumped off. Anyway, point is, let me move it over here. Sorry. This isn't going so well. Anyway, I think this is an interesting premise, again, of the, being a princess and then the princess coming to meet her. Again, she doesn't know that yet. I only read 25 pages, but it was enough to know that I feel the same way as I did the first time I tried this. And again, I think I read those 2 chapters. I might have read a little bit more than that. I don't know if I like Letty. I don't know if I like her thoughts about her friend and how she's kind of a pushover because she's worried about making waves at the lab that she works at. I don't know. I mean, I guess I understand that, but it's also I feel bad. I guess that's it. I don't know. It didn't click for me, I guess is the whole thing. I'm just not sure that this is for me. As I said, I'm a little more worried about the love hypothesis because I mean, those are more grad students and professors, so I'm hoping for a couple more years on them. Well, she says she's in grad school too, so she must be a little bit past there. I don't know, it just felt young, super young to me. And again, it was only 25 pages, so anyway, I just don't think this is for me. This is the second time I picked it up and tried to read it, so I think it's pretty much can say that's probably not going to happen. I think I'll just move on from that. Again, contemporary stories are really hard for me to like in the first place, so it has nothing to really do. As I said, I don't think it wasn't a bad writing style. It's a contemporary story that I wasn't connecting to, and I really wanted to do the whole princess thing, kind of see what happens. Anyway, I will now try the love hypothesis and see how this goes, and then we'll pick which was my favorite. We'll find out. Okay, we're at the end of the night here. So I stopped at 25 pages. It was partway through chapter 2. This one had a prologue from a couple years before the story really takes off, which was kind of interesting and of course sets a few things up. And this one I really liked, and I can see why a lot of people like her writing. It's very light and fun. It's really funny, the parallels between this one and A Princess in Theory. Now again, there's not the prince part in okay, thanks Cooper. Anyway, there's not the prince part in here, but there is they're in STEM, they're in graduate school. They both are under stress for different reasons. They're both very much alone in the world except for their friends. And I did like that about both of them. It was just really interesting, the differences between that book and this book is that even though some of the themes, there might be some stuff that is the same, this one was just more lighthearted, and I don't know, it played off easier, I guess. I don't know. So I'm pretty sure I'm going to read this one just because it was fun, and again, everybody talks about this one. I'm not sure about what to do with this one. I don't know. But I do want to read The Best Kind of Trouble as well. I'm not sure I'm going to read this soon because I'm pretty sure that my top book is The Love Hypothesis. So, you know, I have cats on me and I'm trying to hold this phone and it's not working so well. Hold on. Here we go. So that's my ranking. I will read The Love Hypothesis. I might just start it tonight since I've already started it. We'll see. I just finished another book, so I could start right away and then keep The Best Kind of Trouble for maybe later this month. I might be able to squeeze it in. I'm not sure. Princess in Theory, I just feel I'm worried about that one so much because even though there is technically a lying trope of the fake dating, that's a different to me than somebody not telling the other person that that they get close to in a relationship, not who they really are. And I have real problems with that. I'm just afraid of how that book will go. So if you guys have read that, let me try to convince me if I should keep it or not. But I think I'm going to read the other two and keep them on my TBR. I'd really like to read, I'm pretty sure I'm going to read The Love Hypothesis. And then The Best Kind of Trouble, that series, at least I want to read the first book. And if I like it, then I will keep the other two books and read those too. And if I don't like it, if I get to a point where I DNF it, then I'll just get rid of the whole series. Because, again, I've had them since 2014 and 15. So they need to be read or get off my shelf. So anyway, that's it. That's my try chapter for February. I will have a mystery themed one probably for March Mystery Madness. So anyway, I will see you guys later. Bye. Oh, and again, I have to read this by the end of March, which I'm pretty sure I'm going to read it right now. So I'll probably do this one.